Hi, I'm Judd Fisher, President and COO of Ball Brothers Foundation. In this video, we're going to see some of our higher education institution leaders. Jeff Scott of Ivy Tech and Jeff Mearns of Ball State University are going to talk a little bit about what their organizations have been doing during the pandemic and kind of what the future looks like for their organizations. Right now, as we shoot this, today, as a matter of fact, my children, two sons, are finishing high school. One is going to go on and be a 10th grader at Burris Laboratory School in Muncie. The other is going on to college as a freshman. And I'm concerned, as many parents are, as all parents are, about what is going to happen in the fall. I think working with people like Jeff Scott and Jeff Mearns make things in our community at least a lot better because of the great leadership they've provided in normal circumstances and especially during the pandemic. And I look forward to seeing how we're going to go back as a community to K-12 schools and into our higher education institutions in a safe and effective manner for education purposes and for getting back to something normal in our communities.
I'm Jeffrey Scott. I'm the Chancellor for Ivy Tech Community College Muncie Henry County campus. Well, in the early stages, obviously there was no playbook, there was no how-to manual, so we had to really count on our folks being innovative and creative. So we were able to pivot fairly quickly to a virtual online offering of classes, and our faculty, our staff, moving into a virtual world very quickly. We really were able to meet the students' needs, meet them where they were at, provide them with some additional comfort by following up with them, phone calls, Zoom meetings, as well as class participation and completing what they had to do for the remainder of the semester. For the summer, we've announced that we'll be virtual. For the most part, we hope to be able to, if things proceed as expected and as hoped, we would look at completing some lab work in July, kind of calling them completion academies, so that we can bring students in who might be in a healthcare area or in a welding lab or in our hospitality culinary department, so they can get in, get their hands on, get their lab work done during the month of July, start getting a footprint back onto campus in waves, slowly. Again, being supportive, making sure we're positioned well at the time to meet the workforce needs as we went from 3% unemployment to 15% plus unemployment. And then in the fall, we just released that we're anticipating having an on-campus presence as well as virtual, kind of a learn anywhere model that it'll be very flexible and provide a lot of opportunity for our students. Muncie and this entire area in this community has faced many adversities and many obstacles, from plant closings to challenges, many trials and tribulations, and they always persevere. There's a tremendous resilience in this community, and it's a giving community, and we've come through it. There's light at the end of the tunnel. We have hope, as we always have. And I think we'll come through it even stronger. We have great partners in this community, from our foundations to our hospital to Ball State University to Ivy Tech to Purdue Poly. Tremendous things going on in our K-12 system. So all of us working together, we'll get through it and we'll come out on the other end even better.
My name is Jeff Mearns, and I have the good fortune to serve as the president at Ball State University. Our principal focus right out of the gate in early March was to comply with the guidance that we were receiving from the state and local public health officials. We transitioned all of our classes to online very promptly in less than a 2-week period. We safely moved our students out of the residence halls and then asked all of our faculty and staff, with few exceptions, to complete the semester working remotely. So we were able to continue to deliver a distinctive educational experience for our students, but to do it remotely. And I'm grateful to the creativity and agility of our faculty and the dedicated support of our staff to make that possible. So the two fundamental principles are continuing to provide an excellent educational experience. That's our core mission, and of course serving our communities as well. But to do so within the constraints and limitations that the current precautions and protocols require us to abide by. And so we're developing plans to have an on-campus educational experience beginning in August. Again, it will not look exactly like it looked this past August, but to continue to provide those educational experiences and other on-campus experiences as well, while preserving the safety and health and welfare of all of the members of the university community. So we work closely with the leadership of the Muncie Community Schools, with Jim Williams and the school board and Leanne Kwiatkowski and the administration. We're sharing what we're learning about how to adjust to this new environment. We're also drawing lessons from their own experience. That's the value of a partnership. And what I'm particularly pleased with is that we are continuing to prepare to deliver the long-term academic innovation plan. We will do that by June 30th as required by the legislation that gave us this responsibility. And it's a real testament to the dedication and persistence of our faculty and staff, as well as the teachers and the staff and the administration at the Muncie Community Schools, that we can accomplish that very significant historic task in the midst of this pandemic. Well, we recognize that this pandemic is unprecedented, and we hear that word every day, multiple times a day. But in fact, I have the good fortune, the real privilege to work in a building that has been here in Muncie since 1899. And our university was founded in that building in 1918 in the midst of the last global pandemic. And so I draw inspiration from that building every day, knowing that the women and men who have worked in that building, who have worked on our campus, they endured the pandemic of 1918, they endured 2 world wars, they endured the Great Depression, and they did that because of the commitment to the enduring values that are represented by beneficence. And so, notwithstanding the challenges that we face, I have an abiding confidence that as we work together, working together, adhering to those values, abiding by those values, we will secure a bright future. It's not right around the corner, but it's just down the road.
Well, I hope you enjoyed Jeff Scott of Ivy Tech and Jeff Mearns of Ball State University. Both of the Jeffs are leaders in our community and part of a greater leadership structure goes much beyond education. And I'm very proud to be able to work with them and of the things that they do for our community here in Muncie and Delaware County and the state of Indiana. Thank you.